Ever feel like life just pulls the rug out from under you? You're those moments where everything's spinning and you're just grasping for something solid, wondering how you find strength, find guidance when things feel like they're falling apart. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into a text that speaks right into that chaos, Psalm 34. And this isn't just some old poem. It's packed with insights for navigating adversity, for finding real hope, not just way back then, but for your life right now.
Yeah, and what makes it so powerful, I think, is where it came from. This wasn't written in, a calm study.
Yeah.
It's King David's very personal reaction, like raw gratitude after barely escaping with his life. He literally had to pretend to be insane to get away from King Abimelech. So this is trust and praise forged in, well, absolute crisis. It's deeply personal.
Exactly. So our mission today is to pull out that timeless wisdom. We want to unpack Psalm 34 and see how its messages can genuinely strengthen your own trust, your own relationship with God, whatever you might be facing today. So maybe to start, could you give us a quick sort of overview? What's the main message, the key themes running through Psalm 34?
Sure. At its heart, Psalm 34 is this powerful song about God's faithfulness and deliverance. You'll see a few key themes pop up again and again. There's this commitment to praise God constantly, like all the time. David's own story, his testimony of how God helped him. Then there's this amazing idea that God cares deeply for the humble, the brokenhearted. He's close to them. Plus, practical advice on, living righteously, avoiding evil. And finally, this reassurance of God's protection and justice. Verses like, I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. That's verse 1. And then verse 8, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. They really capture it.
Okay, let's dig into that first one. Praising God at all times. I mean, considering he just escaped by acting crazy, that sounds, well, incredibly defiant. Praising then, continuously. What's the wisdom there?
That's exactly where it gets radical, right? He wasn't waiting for things to get better. He was saying, essentially, my praise doesn't depend on my circumstances, which is huge. The insight is that praise isn't just a response to good things. It's an act of faith. It can, and maybe it has to, exist alongside hardship. It's like you're choosing to focus on God's character, not just the storm around you. It kind of reorients everything.
Right, shifting the focus. And then he follows that up with this invitation, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. How does that ancient idea, that sort of experiential challenge, translate for us today when we're maybe feeling doubt?
Well, taste and see, it's not just a polite suggestion. It's really a call to action. In Hebrew thought, experience was how you confirmed truth. It wasn't just about ideas. So David's saying, don't just hear about God's goodness. Don't just read about it. Engage with it. Try it. Experience it for yourself. It's like you build real trust not just on what others say, but on your own personal encounters with God showing up in your life. It makes faith tangible, not just theory.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's about lived reality.
Yeah.
And then there's that line, the Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart.
Oh,
It really stands out. How unique was that idea back then?
Oh, very unique. Many ancient gods were seen as distant, maybe easily angered, needing appeasement from afar. They weren't typically pictured as being close to human suffering, especially not intimately near those who are crushed or brokenhearted. So this verse offered incredible comfort. It's a promise of God's presence and compassion right in the middle of your pain. Imagine David feeling humiliated, scared, knowing God wasn't distant, but right there with him in his despair. That would build a profound reliance, knowing you're not forgotten.
Wow. Okay, so moving from God's closeness to our response, the psalm also gives practical advice, like keep thy tongue from evil, seek peace. Seems almost tailor-made for today, doesn't it, with social media and everything?
It really does. Verses 12 to 16 shift to our conduct, how we live out that trust. It's about speaking truth, avoiding lies, turning from harmful actions, and actively pursuing peace. And yeah, in our world of instant reactions or maybe online arguments, this ancient wisdom is so relevant. Guarding your words, choosing peace. These are real, tangible ways you align your life with God. It's essential for that deeper relationship. Your actions have to match your faith.
Right. It connects inward trust with outward actions.
Yeah.
And then near the end, it hits us with this stark reality. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. No sugarcoating there.
No, it's incredibly honest. It tackles that myth that if you follow God, life will be easy. It clearly says, nope, even good people, righteous people will face a lot of hardship, afflictions, plural. But the key is what comes next. But the Lord delivereth him out of them all. So suffering isn't a sign God's abandoned you. It might even be, part of the path to deeper trust. Deliverance might take time, but it's promised. It reinforces God's faithfulness through it all.
Okay, so we've unpacked this ancient wisdom. How do we bring it home? How can someone listening right now practically use these insights from Psalm 34 to really strengthen their trust, deepen their relationship with God?
Great question. Let's make it practical. First, that idea. Praise isn't just for good times. Try actively practicing gratitude, especially when things are tough. When you're stressed, anxious, maybe just overwhelmed, speak out loud something you're thankful for. Even small things. It's not pretending pain isn't there, it's anchoring yourself. Doing this consistently, it builds resilience, builds trust. You're choosing faith.
Okay, so active defiant praise. What's next?
Experience builds faith. Remember, taste and see. Apply that by letting others see your faith in action. Don't just talk about it. How do you handle stress or loss or unfairness? When people see your faith making a real difference in how you live, especially in tough times, that's powerful. It shows the real benefits, and honestly, it reinforces your own belief too.
Living it out loud, basically. Makes sense.
Then, God is near the brokenhearted. This is huge for modern anxiety, grief, burnout. When you feel completely overwhelmed, crushed even, remember this promise. You are not alone. God is close. Lean into that, maybe through quiet prayer, maybe just acknowledging He's there. It fosters this deep sense of security, knowing He's with you in your most vulnerable moments.
That's incredibly comforting. What about the practical side?
Righteous living matters. That call to guard your words and seek peace, super relevant online and offline. Think about your interactions. Choose kindness. Avoid gossip or tearing others down. Actively look for ways to bring peace, not conflict. These conscious choices build your integrity, they reflect your faith, and they genuinely strengthen your walk with God. It purifies your own heart, really.
Right, conscious choices in everyday moments.
Yeah.
And the last one.
Deliverance may be delayed, but it's real. When life gets hard, and it will, don't jump to thinking you've done something wrong. Psalm 34 reminds us struggles happen, even to the faithful. The wisdom here is keep going, stay faithful through it. Trust that God is with you in the affliction. Your endurance, knowing He's there, forges a really deep, unshakable trust that easy times just can't build.
Wow. So this deep dive really shows us, doesn't it? Faith isn't about getting a pass on trouble. It's about knowing who to turn to and how to act right in the thick of it. David's lowest point became this incredible song of hope for all of us, still powerful today.
Exactly. So the question for you listening becomes, after exploring all this, how will you take these insights from Psalm 34 and apply them in your own life starting today to deepen your trust and strengthen your relationship with God?